All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we have another happening. This is the first race in the second round, I believe, of the lower bracket between prieR57 and Bread-kun. On tracking today, we've got Skelly, and joining me on commentary is one Doomtap. Doomtap, hello.
Hello and welcome.
There you go. This is the enthusiasm that I wish to see. The racers are pretty much ready to go. We are just waiting for the stream to get started. And so, hello, thank you everyone for joining us on your morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you live. And so, all right, what are we looking for here initially?
We want all of the items that are bad in normal rando, like the red boomerang and the bottles.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, we want items that allow us to glitch more easily than normal. And they'll be pointed out as we find them.
Yep.
Maybe.
Lamp in Link's house.
Yeah, lamp is good. Lamp is fire, it's a light source, and it's an index setter, which may or may not be relevant later. Probably will be.
And I missed it earlier, but I believe Bread found a heart piece, I think, in Sanctuary.
Yes, it's very important.
It could be to somebody.
Use heart pieces to glitch.
It's dupable. It's all dupable. Map and bonk rocks. That's also dupable.
Prior showing us some doom to bumping.
Oh yeah, here we go. We're going to Saha. Let's get some knowledge. Knowledge drop. Green pendants and turtle rock. Ooh.
That's pretty good. We have that's also pretty good. We have some knowledge of two of the worst dungeons. Prior finding the cane and the sword, which is huge. That's a good incentive to go to Desert Palace pretty early.
I was wrong. It was money. Money, heart
that's
piece.
Better.
Yeah, the icons all look alike. Bread-kun seeing the silhouette of something and was like, nah, I'm not into that.
I think it was rupees, and it might have been a red one.
Fair enough. Let's see. Is AGA 1 going to be required? Unless you really want bombs, I guess not really.
Definitely not.
There's no way to get to that ledge?
Not within our current rule set. Not without EG or something similar.
It'd just be EG shenanigans you'd have to pull off in order to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Prior making a play to go rescue an old man in the dark.
And meanwhile, Bread hates the old man, is leaving him forever.
Correct. Not useful at all. Alright. Inside we have... Okay. Gotta write some stuff down here while I'm thinking about it. Ooh, what's this? Prior gets a small key to TR. That's probably useful.
We usually want one, but that's even less useful because we actually have the cane. We can probably delete the door to try next if we needed to, but it's a little slow.
Right. Prior, is this to Hera or to Graveyard?
This is to Graveyard. That clip is a lot easier if you do spin speed, but you normally don't have a sword this early.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people just glitch brain and do the worst setup, the swordless one.
Fair enough. Mapped pod, but I got a gift sub to somebody I've never watched. So Prior's gonna save and quit. Looks like Bread here is gonna follow suit.
Oh wait, what is it? I'm confused. Oh, prieR's going to King's Tomb this way. This is like the overworld glitches way.
Oh, instead of doing the other route through Mini Moldorm.
Yeah, and this actually makes sense because he can still continue his route. Oh, just kidding. Actually, he can't. I'm lying.
He ain't continuing anything, sir.
No, he is trapped by the rocks, and I'm ignorant.
It's all right. I forgive you. Bread-kun not opting for King's Tomb, instead is going to go hit up rupees. prieR and Hera. Ooh, there's a mirror in Hera.
We can use that immediately.
That's true. So Bread, of course, now acquiring his lamp, while prieR got a small key to something.
Misery Mire.
Thank you.
Having one is nice, but they're not too necessary.
prieR gonna do a spectacle rock check, while Bread-kun looks like about to do South Shore. The whole nonsense with the dam, then Mini Moldorm, maybe Ice Rod. We'll see.
It's looking like prieR's early Saha hut check is going to pay off quite a bit, just with the sword and the cane.
This is true.
He can go do combat stuff without trying to use bombs to kill everything.
We'll see if not quite sure if Bread-kun ever likes to hit up the Saha house at all, so we'll see should that occur. Heart piece and bombs at the dam. And I don't think I saw anything on the island. So, to your point now, Bread-kun's going to be doing Mini Moldorm Cave the hard way.
Well, he made it look pretty easy.
He did. He did. Usually most people don't. Okay, so for both runners, a couple of high density checks here-ish. Bread-kun getting a bunch of maps, flippers, and a small to pod.
Yeah, the map to Eastern and the flippers are good.
And so Bread is going to go ahead and get the money. So now prieR at the top of Paradox. Ooh, that's important. Bottles acquired.
This is even more incentive to go to desert.
And unfortunately, Bread-kun, whether intentional or not, has received the death.
It didn't look intentional, but it's fine.
It's alright. Well, I mean, as I've learned, there's like, what, 6 ways to get an Ice Rod Cave?
Yeah, one for each hand.
Correct. Bread-kun feeling has enough rupees and bombs, going to go ahead and do the CAC checks. As prieR's going to roam through the Lost Woods. Hammer for Bread. And another small to Meyer. Well, I guess that's his first small. Or Meyer small, excuse me. prieR now is also going to pretty much be right behind him and do those same checks, so prieR will also get himself a hammer. Oh, big key to Hera. That could be nice.
Yeah, the big key to Hera is pretty good. That might incline him to go to Death Mountain because the hammer and the big key means he can clear out Hera fully.
Ooh, the small key to Swamp and a shovel for Bread. prieR gets another small to Meyer. Bottle Vendor's holding ether for some reason. So we'll see if that plays a role later or not. It's meaningless. Thank you, DoomTap. Oh, is one for each hand a meme I've never caught before?
Yeah, typically when we read from the top first, and then we read downward.
No, I just read whatever my eyes go to. Also, shut up. Bread-kun about to clip into a mountain, make his way to dessert.
Yeah, this is to race
Trying.
game. I don't think.
Oh, it's
we
on a
need to
race
hop
game.
Yeah, you can just tap right there, and not hop a trillion times.
Oh, okay.
Or okay, I lied. We're going to Eastern. If you press
Okay.
right on the screen, you hard lock.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so don't do that.
All right.
This is good.
What does Sick Kid have? Sick Kid has a compass. All right. I forget where this goes. This takes you all to the back of the big key chest.
Correct.
Okay. And as we see there on Bread-kun's screen, we learned that this is a pendant dungeon. So we got some knowledge there. Got some bombs out of it. And then died. We have explosives in a library, which seems dangerous, but whatever. Carry on. I think to your point, prieR is now making a beeline to the dessert.
Yeah, we can do lots of things here. We'll likely see him go to Thieves Town, steal the key, blow open the attic, come back, and then maybe do some stuff in Swamp.
Okay. Bread acquired a cape. And there was just money on Desert Ledge for prieR. Ooh, a small key on the torch. So go ahead and grab that. TR small. A heart. So unfortunately, we need to waste Bread having to use a couple of bombs there to commit Sudoku.
Oh, prieR doesn't have any magic. It doesn't look like they're going to do what I said. They're just going to go to the right side, the way you would if you didn't have anything.
Right. So it sounds like coordinate glitch time. Soon trying to get the having some problems. Ooh, Bread is about to be really happy.
Yeah, I kind of like what Bread did, even though it's being criticized in the chat, because like if he had went to Desert from the race game, he wouldn't have gotten much value, just a few checks. And this is more enticing now. This is just better.
Mm-hmm. Yep, got a sword, got a red cane. prieR doing the quadrant glitch, as DoomTap had mentioned, so we can go get to the right side. We appreciate the moving of the camera. Got a heart. Probably didn't want that. And then a heart piece.
I was scared about the refill.
Yeah. Bread got bombos.
That's pretty good too. Pretty huge.
It's a nice shovel prize there. I don't know why bombos would just be, in the middle of a field, but whatever.
My dog buried it.
Ah, fair enough. Got a small key for prieR. Small key to skull.
That's Bread.
Did I say prieR?
Maybe.
God damn it. Well, you wait. I'm probably gonna say Landmo when I mean Moldorm, or vice versa.
Well, you were close.
prieR got a small key to ice. I did read it on the right side, on the correct side of the screen. So now Bread going to head to desert, or head back to desert. prieR about to do the K45 check. And then I'm going to guess probably hit up the dig spot as well.
Hopefully he doesn't forget. It doesn't look like he's forgotten.
No, it appears... Nope, that's exactly what prieR's going to be doing. Bread also doesn't... Well, Bread also doesn't have a bottle. So I guess that should be one big difference right now. Because Bread has not been able to hit up... hasn't hit up Paradox yet.
Bread, having the cane for the sequence of stuff in Desert is much better than a bottle. So this is perfectly good and fine.
Okay.
We see he's picking up that magic in preparation to do some stuff.
Ah. So what can you do here in Desert with a red cane as opposed to... Because the only thing I know about the bottle is you can go to Thieves with a YBA, as you just taught me before.
We're going to see that Bread is also going to go to Thieves Town. And it's in a manner in which you don't have to waste a small key in the peg room.
Oh, okay.
So we can steal it for the right side of Desert. It's the kind of thing where it's so good you just want to do it all the time. If you can do it, you just do it.
Oh, as demonstrated, there it is.
And then with the key that he steals, he can open the door to the right side and potentially go to Swamp House to check a few things.
Okay.
And actually, he could just beat Argus with the fighter sword. Not that I'd recommend it, but he can swim there.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It's like fighting. That's like fighting Armos with a boomerang. Okay. The key has been stolen. Probably wants that full magic. Now prieR got the flippers. All right, let's see, because unfortunately, Bread-kun died earlier trying to get to here. Let's see if...
He didn't die. He went to Eastern.
No,
wait. Oh, earlier. Yeah.
Earlier, yeah.
Super earlier.
Yeah, super earlier. Was it of any value? Fighter shield.
If he wants to fight Argus, this is... Oh, I thought you meant Bread. I'm dumb.
It's alright. So where is Bread going now that he's...
This is Swamp.
Okay.
This is the diver down room.
Oh, okay. So how is...
Oh, he moved... He peeked out of the door a little too far. If he wants to continue, he's gonna have to... bombs away. It didn't look like the bombs are hitting him, so... I guess we're done with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I guess if you're saying that he was going to end up in the diver down room, how does he get to Argus? If he wait, would you need a small? No, never mind. He wouldn't need to get any keys. Never mind.
No, you just go there.
Yeah.
But it is a little finicky. If you don't, there's a couple of things you can do to fail. The one that he did was he didn't fix the camera properly and went to glitch jail. Another one is if you do it sort of improperly, you can still get the checks, but you can't do Argus.
Oh, okay. Okay. prieR gets a Master Sword and a big key to Swamp. And Bread got his mirror. A big key on the ledge, but prieR having the money, it's going to go ahead and actually pay up the Zora scam. Let's see if this is fruitful.
That is very fruitful.
Very fruitful. That's a fire rod. So, for anyone who is not familiar, as prieR got a big key to Skull, because of the nature of this particular set of rules, there are 2 sets or 2 each, small key to GT for Bread, Fire Rod and Ice Rod. So even if Bread-kun never does come across Zora, he could potentially find another Fire Rod elsewhere in the universe. prieR doing so prieR is going to go ahead and do the front of the skate, while Bread is going to go ahead and risk it. Well, not risk it, because Moldorm is usually, whether pendant or crystal, is usually almost a guaranteed kill.
And yeah, I would think what prieR is doing is solely for the cave state big key that's guaranteed on the ball and chain guard.
Mm-hmm. So Moldorm is defeated, and Bread gets a bottle for his trouble and a crystal. So it all worked out. I miss what prieR got.
Same.
Nothing of any worth on the island there, so I think now it's Bread is going to go ahead and do Spiral Cave followed by Paradox. And as you said here, kind of the important key here, guaranteed cave state key. So I guess also, if you would, just to help the uninformed, mainly myself, what is the importance of having a cave state big key?
There are certain keys that, when used in cave state, they function as a big key for some reason. I don't know why. Those ones being the Hyrule Castle, the Palace of Darkness, the Thieves' Town, and the GT big key. So we will go to a cave state dungeon fairly soon, either Pod or Thieves' Town on prieR side, and we'll use that key to open big doors and chests.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually just going to Thieves' Town right now.
Got it. prieR unfortunately couldn't check the back of Escape because it doesn't have a glove, as Bread is now going to do all the checks. Got some magic. Now we're going to see what Uncle has. See if Uncle has anything of value. Map. Got knowledge. Thank you, Super Malmo World, for subscribing for a nice number of months. Malmo, thank you so much. Really helps the Steam. We get some nices in chat. Now you may have noticed prieR went ahead and, well, prieR's going to go ahead and check the big chest and thieves. It is of no value. Well, nothing important. It is literally value because it's money. So there was a chest that prieR didn't check and probably just didn't bother because currently he would have to reset the dungeon anyway to go beat blind or something like that. Does that sound right? Or am I saying that wrong?
prieR opted not to do the Thieves' Town stuff in Desert, so they will be reloading the dungeon and going back to get the Maiden and check the chest that way. I'm pretty sure.
Well, one can hope.
I mean, you never know, but...
Yeah, might just get something here of importance and then just decide to bail.
Typically, I expect people to do the most logical thing in no logic. Bread is doing the Indoor Olympics. I think typically you don't have to flippers when you do that series of things.
Mm-hmm. Really wanted to, though. So now, of course, despite not having the Moon Pearl, prieR can hang out in Dark World. Ooh, half magic. Bread-kun about to be really happy. Bread also having enough money, so probably will also do the Zora check. Now, I think it was you, or I forgot who was told me, but I guess usually in No Logic, doing a Zora check isn't that common.
Well, they have plenty of money. They've gotten at least 3 of 300 drops, so I guess it's fine. And they have like a lot of. They have the cane and whatever.
Okay, for Bread, Fire Rod acquired. And so now we'll go grab that big key as well. I guess when you do this though, big key ice for prieR, do you keep that in mind? Like if you get a lot of 300 drops, you might think, oh, like is that part of the logic in No Logic? Is that, oh, Zora now could potentially be in play, or is that just coincidence?
That's just there's no logic. It doesn't. Zora could have had any assortment of items, including nothing. It's mostly just whether you want to check it or not.
Got it. Where's Bread going?
Bread is going to Castle Tower to check the first chest.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Jax.
It's.
I mean, okay, that was useful.
I mean, yes and no. It'll surely save him time in the long run, getting it this early, but you'd rather find something good.
Right, it's more. I guess that would be more of a convenience item than a necessary one.
Yeah. Oh, and I like this routing for Bread. Bread was coming here just to get the big key, the same as prieR did, but he did that one extra check.
Alright, so it looks like...
I wonder if this is go mode. We don't need the ice rod.
we'd have... I guess it would have to be dependent on whatever... Well, as I've learned several times, you don't necessarily need the right medallion to get into Mire, but...
No, we have everything we need to do the shenanigans if required.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think this is go mode.
This is go mode. Oh, prieR got the small key to thieves, as one does.
Oh, that's right. prieR only has the one bottle. The second one would be very helpful.
Okay. It also, Soho does say in chat though, also the hook could also suffice as well instead.
Yeah, the hook shot would give us cane power to hook pushing, which is very good.
Okay. Well, what do you usually... Well, for hook pushing, though, what do you usually... Don't you need more than just the lamp? Don't you... Because I've seen, like, you know, bows and... like
it
bows,
depends.
bombs, and other powdered crap before you actually execute it.
The lamp and the cane are like the bread and butter. Lamp, cane, and sword beams will let you travel large distances
Oh, okay.
in any one singular direction.
Got it. Bug net acquired by Unblind.
Incredible.
Game changer. So now Bread is YBA'd into Thieves. Now we'll go ahead and run through all this. But just like prieR, Bread-kun will also have to reset. So Mire and Swamp are crystals. And as already mentioned, Pod and TR are pendants.
I don't think we knew Pod.
No, we didn't. The map was found, but we didn't know anything what it
Also,
was.
Bread doesn't have to reload the dungeon. They did the stuff in Desert to bomb open the attic, so they can just kill the maiden. Well, they do have to reload it, but this will be much faster, not having to backtrack to the basement.
Right, they have to reload. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I should have clarified. They have to reload. Oh, LSD blind. Yeah, they will have to reload Mushroom for prior. They will have to reload in order to get the prize, but Ken, as you just said, can go ahead and take out blind right now. Now I've been told.
So hook shot for prior.
Nice.
Apparently you got the pearl, and I wasn't looking.
I wasn't looking either.
So without thinking about it, I would say let's go mode for both players.
Okay.
And I think somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but we could tree warp the sword that was in Saha's closet? Question mark?
No one confirmed that.
I'm gonna say probably. Oh, also, our tracker's pointing out that Bread's MSU is acting funky. It was like at the end of its loop, and it just kept doing the same thing. Incredible.
Oh, I thought that was the intentional. I mean, we could always change it.
Well, it was like fading it. No, I think this is fine.
Okay. Yeah, MSU. Sometimes the MSUs don't agree whenever weird things are being done.
Well, it was. I think it was just whoever made the MSU. The cave state theme wasn't long enough for no logic, because Bread was in cave state for multiple minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. prior. Couldn't get much in that one lonely chest there. Prior gonna get some heart refills before his battle with one moth. And then I say that and then takes damage.
I don't know what happened there. He pressed the fire rod button and it didn't go.
Doom, you're right, apparently. So crystal acquired. Thieves Town is done. So here we go. So trying to make it somewhat trivial with the fire rod for Moth. Got to be careful though. Can't throw her in the spikes though. She don't like that. And that's it. Got some money out of it. Crystal acquired.
So yeah, if Bread were to go to Skullwoods, he would be in super go mode and probably stop checking things.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they really wanted a sword or silver arrows, but that's a lot to ask for.
Yep, so prior now gain the knowledge.
Bread showing us how to do Sea House with 7 dashes.
Fricker loved that.
Oh, he's a Pokeball, that's cute. And that's his full information, I'm pretty...
Yeah, that's his full knowledge.
Yeah.
What am I listening to? What is he using? I already forgot. I think he's using Trials of Mana.
I thought it was...
Was that him?
That was Thousand Year Door. I don't know. Dude.
Oh, he might be using Thousand Year Door. Yeah, you might be right. Glove. Prior gonna get it.
Yeah, this is...
Why not?
It's good for Cold Stare, if nothing else. You don't have to risk the YBA in the door and fail it.
Mm-hmm. Bread getting some shrooms.
Yeah, this is looking very good for Bread. Not that it's bad for Prior, but Bread's going to collect all of the items that Prior has that are an advantage.
Yeah, because now he's going to go left side. And then is about to be really, really happy. The hook shot. But yeah, see? Slashing out of excitement.
It's dupable.
It's everything's doable if you try hard enough. Probably going to do some digging. So what do you think? What do you think prieR is still looking for?
I'm inclined to say that they're
big
both looking for swords.
Okay.
And maybe just thinking.
Okay. Oh, about to do the old Meyer checks.
I guess this makes sense. If it's Quake, which it
course
is,
it
they
is.
have to do a lot more work to
Okay.
beat the dungeon.
Okay, so all right. It's gonna take a little more time. Blue Cane and Magic Dust for prieR. The old Meyer shed there.
Also, for 35 minutes into a seed, they're not super healthy with green mail and like 7 and 8 hearts.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough Ganon fight. Oh, prieR sees a small key in checkerboard. He will go ahead and pursue it. Small key to TR. Not that that matters.
Yeah, we know that prieR's second bottle is on Moldorm.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he chooses to go there, he'll get that and probably be more comfortable with things.
Right. So are we going to see any... So do you think we'll see any potential duping? Because I've seen the setup. It seems to take a minute to do.
I'm going to say no, but I'm unsure. I feel like if they were going to dupe it, they maybe already would have and stopped checking things.
Yeah, because like as everyone seems to also be saying, this is pretty much...
Maybe if there's a bow somewhere, but I can't think of a good spot. Like Laser Bridge is very dupable, but they're probably just not going to go there.
Gotcha. We get a Hype Cave check, though, as Bread-kun has defeated Moth. So prieR starts out with... Got some bombs. Compass. A heart. And a heart piece. 1 on 10 for the Hype Cave. prieR looks like going to swamp.
I think we can just do swamp from the front.
Yes, I believe prieR has flippers.
And this is actually pretty fortunate because he opted not to do the thing that Bread did, to steal the key and open the door. I guess it's not that relevant, but he's just going to check everything except for left side.
Right, because there can't be anything important on that side.
Well, there can't be 2 fire rods.
There can't be 2 fire rods. Could be 2 ice rods, unless well, not that it's required, but could be like bow and silvers.
Yeah.
But as already, mentioned, the bow is not actually required this go around. Oh, the rare 4-drop. You don't see that too often. A shame nobody wants to go after that 1 arrow.
Maybe if this were retro. Retro, no logic.
Retro's terrible, never do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the silver arrow, it just looks like 1 arrow. They changed the sprite. Doing the setup here to not having to flood the 1 area.
It's called Specky Glip.
Oh, is it?
Because Specky found it.
Oh, that's the joke?
Yeah.
Okay. You never gave me... I never received a manual before I agreed to do any of this commentary. prieR with the small key to desert.
Oh, God, we are doing the left side. He's memeing.
Ah, look at this. Really want...
Meanwhile, on the
What is
fun side of the
happening?
screen, Bread is trying to set up a hook bush to land Molus.
Oh, that's right, because there's no, doesn't have a big.
Yeah, so that funky block is the slot 9 block, which, for whatever reason, allows us to do funky things with the hook shot.
Do cheaty things.
Yeah, and the block blast and the beam set the distance to the north at a super high value.
Okay.
I don't think that works. He slashed and got rid of the slot 9 block.
Whoops. So...
Also, this idiot's right in his way. Slashing right doesn't get rid of the slot 9 block. Oh, I think he moved it off the screen. Yeah, okay, yeah. I can read. It looks like we're giving up. That's my favorite. We're gonna go do a YBA instead.
Oh. I thought he was going to try to delete Ganon. Isn't that the room where you delete Ganon? Or has that been changed?
It might have been changed. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen Chex do it in forever. Alright. Red potion.
We missed it.
Oh. Alright. So a heart. And then...
Hopefully
bombs.
he goes back to try the hook push again. Oh, he did a mirror door. Okay, a spin mirror door to get there. This is fine. I don't know how long it takes.
Yeah, I've always been told these mirror doors take anywhere from like 15 seconds to like 6 hours.
Well, it's maybe up to 2 minutes. It depends on the underworld map, how your vertical position, the lower you are, the longer it takes.
Ah. Small key to pod.
And this room is like a little bit above the middle mark. So I guess maybe not that long.
Yeah, Malmo in chat said that this is one of the shorter ones. Isn't there like some absurd one in like front of desert?
Yeah, the one that we do in the front of desert, I think it takes like 50 seconds or something to go to Thieves Town.
Yeah. Okay.
I think as a community we've deemed that to probably not be worth it.
Right.
Unless you're really looking for somewhere to go. Vitreous is the bad one, yeah.
So Bread is required the crystal for dessert. prieR just getting a ton of money.
Yeah, they're both of the paths ahead are pretty easy, aside from dealing with Misery Mire, which they'll probably do last, because they might just find Quake.
Yeah, that could be another thing too that prieR might be hoping for, is that Quake will show up. Because the only way to do it, right, is to do that thing where you have to go into the back of Escape and...
Well, you and I commentated the race where Dot did the overworld... Oh, no, wait, it wasn't you and I, it was you and Arborelia, where Dot did the overworld conveyor into pod, and that did the same thing. I don't know how that works, but the conventional way is the thing you
Okay, yeah, I do remember that, but I think because I think at the same time I was confused about as to how did that work without changing the dungeon ID or whatever.
Yeah, I still don't really know. I decided I'm not learning it.
Very well. I only know that back of Escape one is apparently a good enough trigger to change, or is a place to change dungeon IDs without having to leave and come back. Yeah. prieR has taken care of Argus, has acquired another crystal. It said flying through.
I think we're going to see Bread go to the front of Swamp as well. He's setting up for a super jump to put us at the bottom of the overworld map.
Oh, okay. So how does this work? I just seem to keep going down and down and down, but then how do you... Oh, I guess you just cut a left to stop.
Yeah.
That was my next question. So how do you stop? But okay.
You don't...
Very well. Oh, that was fake Dark World? No, that was real Dark World.
Yeah, this is just... We're just doing it. Doing it live.
Oh. I see. Meanwhile, prieR gonna sprinkle some of that magic dust. See what this hallucinogenic bat gives you. Heart piece. So yeah, chat is going through to make sure that prieR has the knowledge. Yeah, prieR knows all. Because it was Saha that had Samaria in the first sword.
Yeah, maybe he did forget, but I think he's just checking. I think they're both just checking for swords or convenience.
Mm-hmm. prieR now hitting the old carpet ice. All the fun of ice with none of the physics. Yep, more convenience checks.
Yeah, luckily we see Bread isn't doing left side swap, unless they go back in for it.
If they get that desperate. We'll see. prieR gonna reset the dungeon. Go ahead and clip back into this area.
So yeah, with the glove, we can actually prieR can full clear the dungeon easily, and that is a terrible thought.
That's pretty much looks like what he's doing.
He's still on one bottle, and we might not see him go to Moldorm for a bit to get the second one.
Yeah, so he might also be a little worried about that too.
But I don't believe he needs it. I can't imagine what it would be useful for, unless he. Oh, he may not. This might have come up in one of his. No, I'm lying. I was going to say maybe he didn't know how to delete the door with the cane, but that's incorrect. I think everybody knows that.
Another small kitty. This time to GT. Now I'm almost saying that he does have hook pushing.
Yeah, I'm a dummy.
Okay. Yeah, this is Pete's first time ever doing this.
I'm trying to rationalize while we're checking everything.
There's one sword.
Yeah, but we could just not check all this stuff, and then we could die again and 15 times and still be faster.
Do they know that?
I mean, you do have to kill him at least once.
True. Unless you fall as you're trying to dash through to the door.
It's a little better for Bread because he actually has the cape. So, like, he could just fill all his bottles and spin the win.
Oh, that's also true. Where's Bread heading?
Bread is mirror wrapping to Ice Palace. Use the bomb to get himself on the transition, and we'll do some slightly precise inputs to not... If you go too high, you super hard lock your game.
Oh, I see.
Infinite scroll.
And Bread has made it.
Now we're seeing that we have 0 keys, and we're very impressed by that.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, you know, like NMG.
Except we're going to backtrack and clip through the wall, and we don't have the gloves.
Now it's not like NMG anymore. prieR now has a cold stare fight. Master Sword cold stairs, of course. Well, with a fire rod and half magic, it becomes relatively free.
Oh yeah, you just spark them up.
That's it. Could be a bit dangerous. So nothing really of any nice catch. Nothing of really any value, at least from what I remember.
No, whatever the players are looking for, they're not finding it.
No. You think we will see potentially a? Because I think we have not seen Pod or Laser Bridge. Really, I guess Cave State Pod is usually the one that a lot of people will check.
Yeah, between Cave State Pod and Hookshot Cave and Dark Death Mountain and GT, we have like 40-ish easy checks, and I don't know if they're going to do all those things.
Mm-hmm. Because Bread is pretty much, you know, kind of following prieR's lead here in terms of the pathing. prieR,
I think
mushroom check.
I think they're pretty close in like content completed.
Mm-hmm. The heart piece. So now, unfortunately, Bread, because Bread does not have the glove, cannot lift the block. However, we've got ways.
Yeah, we can hookshot past it or through it. Oh wait, no. Yeah, we can hookshot past it. Hook push, excuse me. But that's a little bit more involved.
Got through, and sounds like he fell.
Bread did not scout Bumper Cave. After Thieves Town, he had basically the same stuff that he has now, and just went and full cleared Skullwoods. I think he's just in clearing dungeon mode, but like getting all the items he can.
Again, pretty simple fight. Bread has acquired the compass and the crystal. So I'm going to guess prieR is going to do the similar thing. Looks like Bread was doing earlier to get to Landmo.
Yeah, prieR's going to use a green potion to do a spin YBA. And basically what the spin does is it adds more distance onto your YBA. It goes like an extra super tile worth of distance or something.
Okay. There you go. So right now, pretty much the only thing that we got going on is we just have Bread having one extra crystal boss kill.
We might be seeing Bread do a super jump to the Mire area, because, and I'm not sure, but according to the tracker, he hasn't scouted what Misery Mire is.
Yeah, he has not been to Mire yet.
So this is gonna be bad news for him. In one of the asyncs, I did the speedrun clip to Misery Mire, and I didn't know what the medallion was, but I had all three. So I just went to the spot, started using medallions until the door opened. It was incredible.
Good job. Nothing. Doom to Caveman in chat. If you have the emote, I need you to spam it, please. Really? And it was the last one, too?
No, it was the second one.
Oh. Okay. Bread. Will you fall out?
Yeah, you want to... Just the way the screen is, you want to go a little bit down.
Okay.
Or up or something. Whatever. Not left, I guess.
Down or up or something. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so Bread about to get the bad news. There it is.
Yeah, now prieR is all caught up.
Yep. So Bread gets the dust and the cane. The other cane.
The bad one.
Mm-hmm. It entices you to go do Spike Cave.
No, it doesn't. What? Bread doesn't have the glove, so he would have to... I think there is, like... I don't know. I don't even know if you can do that without the glove. I know you can, but I don't know how realistic it is.
Okay. And prieR got the second bottle. Checks. It took. We're saying it took Doomtap 4 tries to use the right medallion to get into Mire, despite having all 3.
So yeah, it looks like prieR's gonna check Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny, and maybe go to GT from there. But I'm unsure because going through the front door also looks fine with their equipment.
Okay. So Bread making his way up.
Yeah, it looks like Bread's gonna bite the bullet and do the Mire stuff.
Okay.
First, he's gonna go to the big key door and push that flag south with an STC to unlock the sewer door.
Okay.
And then he'll go to that same door from Pod and transition through it, and that'll change his dungeon ID to Misery Mire.
Alright.
And at some point, he also needs to kill Vitreous, which I casually glossed over.
Right. You do need to beat the boss of the dungeon to get credit for it. A 3rd bottle for prieR. Hookshot, unfortunately, not having much. Bread having to set up again.
Also, we don't really need to do this. With hook bushing, we can just hook bush past, but maybe they're not super comfortable with it.
Okay.
They did struggle with the Lamb Molus one, so prieR's can you get out of here? prieR accidentally got an upward teleport instead of down. I don't know if there's an escape from there. Check says you can't, I believe him.
Well, there we go. Good work. So we'll see now if prieR will attempt or reattempt a laser bridge, while Bread is making the cave state pod play.
Well, I think this is just real pod. This is the traversal back to the door.
Oh,
but
okay.
maybe he'll check stuff while he's doing this. We don't know.
And yeah, you're right. Bread is going to go ahead and turn cave pod into real pod. prieR looks like going to do a citrus clip in the Eastern.
Well, that's not a citrus clip, but yes. No?
Whatever. I don't remember all the names.
Yeah, prieR didn't check this stuff yet, and is going to be very disappointed. Oh, that's where the cape was.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems like prieR's not going to do the Mire stuff until he finds whatever he's looking for, which I assume is a sword. The Moon Pearl's in Skullwoods, along with the hook shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Moon Pearl was in the right room. The room to the right of the big chest. Alright, so it looks like Bread is now setting up.
Yeah, you'll see the icon in the top left will change to a C when he does something that changes the HUD, which he did immediately. And he looks like he is going to try to hook push back to Hera, which would be substantially faster.
So yes, this is what you were saying before, so now the gang will recognize him as being in Mire. prieR got a fire shield. Yeah, they have boots. In this particular mode, you actually start with boots. It just we sometimes forget to put it on the tracker because they're not looking for it.
Yeah, with major glitches, it's typically more fun to just start with the boots. There are modes that don't start with them and nobody plays them because they suck. But yeah, boots are good for glitching and going fast. Oops.
Blue mail for prieR.
Wait, how did we get in here? I wasn't looking. We're in from pod. It must have been.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Bread got the... That's technically what? That's the Meyer crystal, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We still have to kill the boss.
Have to kill the boss, though.
Eastern Mire. Okay, thank you. I had my eyes closed.
No, I was wrong then. Thank you. Thank you, Malmo. So I said yes to pod. Can you even get to Meyer from pod?
Yeah, Bread just did it.
Oh, yeah. I'm losing my mind over here.
It's okay. prieR is doing a double YBA to get to Vidi to kill him first before collecting the prize. The second one will be a spin YBA, and this is also the one that Malmo said was like super slow if you use the mirror.
Right. Okay.
But we just won't use the mirror, hopefully, unless we drink all the potions.
I forget where Bread's going now, because this is where it's like you're in the stairs, and then like you make a left. You do that.
Bread's going to Cave State Eastern.
Okay.
This is to go to Eastern to Meyer, I believe.
Okay.
And I guess the Cave State portion is just to make sure that we have like keys or something.
Now, when is the situation with Vitreous, as you see prieR is now in Vidi, when you have to worry about the goo being solid?
I don't know. It's something that I don't do. I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, so well, a suit whoop prieR having a little bit of problems because hammer Vidi isn't exactly comfy. But all right, he's getting the rhythm. There we go. Job done. So right now, just so everyone's clear, currently, well, this soon won't be true, but currently Bread and prieR are tied in a way where Bread has collected the Meyer crystal, but hasn't defeated Vitreous yet, whereas prieR has defeated Vitreous, but needs to collect the crystal. So...
Zelda.
Correct. So that's why, if you're wondering why Bread is going through here despite doing all that Meyer shenanigans, this is the reason why. So. And so yeah, then after this, what do we have? So they'll probably go into TR to get to GT, or to get to Aga 2?
Correct.
Okay. So this is what? This isn't it still pretty close? Just right now, Bread I think is a little bit ahead right now.
I would say Bread has the lead,
Okay.
and it depends on which methods prieR uses to obtain the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
If he chooses to delete the door, that's quite slow. Which that looks like that's what he's going to do. compared to just hook pushing. Hook pushing is always the answer if you can.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now here is the video fight. Made pretty much trivial here with both either the blue cane or the cape. Prior with some hot VRAM corruption.
Incredible. There is a way to prevent that, but it's like, it doesn't matter. He saved and quit, and then he reset just to fix it.
Yeah. So. There we go, job done. Required money. Then you save and quit. Alright, so now Bread-kun is officially ahead of prior by, I'd say, half a dungeon, as I'll say, if you will. As prior has just went ahead and deleted the door, now has to go through the whole protocol to doing the same thing that Bread did earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's got to go through and get to the back of escape, do all that, reset the dungeon ID, blah blah blah. Zelda. Bread loading up on potions. Now, of course, for anyone who's not seen this before, what Bread's essentially, or what I believe Bread is going to do is, he's going to make his way over to Turtle Rock, and then what's neat, through some other trickery, is that essentially if you fall into the lava, in the lava room, you end up at Aga 2. Because that's where the top of GT is, of course. So yeah, unfortunately, during their pathing, they could not find a tempered sword or silvers. So this is gonna be a fun Ganon fight.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? You love it.
No, it's worse.
This is
than
your
Rando.
specialty.
It's not the same.
Oh, I see.
It's like Legos and Mega Blocks. Like, we have Legos at home, but they suck.
Oh, right. Okay. 6 balls to win for Aga 2. I like how you just described the difference between this and low leg.
So yeah,
Alright.
we saw prior swap dungeon
Yep.
ID. Now we just need to go collect the boss prize. It looks like he's not super confident in hook pushing without the bow. I guess maybe that was what was slowing him down, along with the sword stuff. He had a few different options to do a hook push, but the bow is like the bow and bombs are the basic one that every newbie learns.
Got it.
You don't actually have to know anything other than like the inputs.
So what is it, 12 spins?
I think it's like a 3,000. Strap in, baby.
Very well.
Prior gets the YBA. He actually keeps the sprites, which is a bit of an ordeal. I guess it doesn't matter. Actually, it's probably slower, but it's more difficult.
Nope.
If we would have despawned the sprites, we would have not had to deal with the bumper.
True. Bread got through the first couple phases here pretty easily. Well, having a little bit of trouble now because, of course, the whole gimmick with the Master Sword is you can't actually you can't touch him with the sword because it doesn't do any damage. You have to.
I can't believe the developers let this be a thing. Like, what kind of casual player is going to do this? Nobody. If you miss the sword, you're not going to beat the game, or you'll go find the sword eventually.
Also, this RNG is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really fun and compelling.
Yeah, prieR will get to experience this joy later. All right, here we go. You have no bow dingus. So first hit torch glitch. And now 24 spins. Now for anyone who missed it earlier, Bread did load up on, I think, a blue and a green, so he'll be good to go.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong from here.
No, smooth sailing. So barring anything tragic. The only thing that could be somewhat dangerous is if Bread if he falls, obviously, but if Bread accidentally touches Ganon, that would be pretty bad.
I think he has 9 hearts, so
he's got 1, 2... Oh, yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, he's got 9. 8 is the worrisome one. That's a one-hit kill on Green Mail. Meanwhile, prieR has just taken care of Aga 2.
Also, it's worth noting how nerve-wracking this fight is. Like, when you go into Phase 4 and you look at the race time, your opponent's not done. You're just like, oh god, everybody's watching me.
And that'll do it. So unless Bread-kun decides to take a dive here, this will be it. GG's in chat.
You can fall there?
You tell me. With a official time of 1:12:05. Bread-kun's winner. Get your GG's. But a fairly tight race, actually.
Yeah, it was... The seed itself wasn't too interesting, but the choices they made were, I think... Like, the seed just kind of gave you most of the stuff you wanted.
Yeah, the seed, it was a bit of a jet seed, comparatively to some other things I've seen.
Yeah, 1:12 is a very good time, and they would have been a lot faster had they not checked things.
Right, and speaking of checking things, here we have our winner, Bread-kun. GG to you.
Hello,
GG's.
So, what are your thoughts?
Pretty nice seed overall. I know it could have been faster with the cane stuck pushing, but honestly, I've actually never pulled it off in a race, and I had to very quickly refer to a video from DoomTab. Because I remember he responding to me like, I'm not sure how to cane stuck push. You put a video like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I had to very quickly find that video.
Yeah, that's fun when you have to open Discord in the middle of a race and try to search for a video that you don't know where it is.
I think I also like too that for your wealth of knowledge you went to DoomTap. So just so you are aware, prieR is currently on Phase 4 or about to get to Phase 4 of the Ganon fight. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you guys were pretty neck and neck there.
Yeah, it was pretty close. prieR went to the Saha immediately and got the sword and the cane.
Okay.
So he was a little bit ahead for a while, just with glitching and combat stuff, because I think your first weapon was the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
You mostly, both of you seem to have gotten stumped up on the same thing, where you weren't super comfortable with the hook pushing that you had. So
I mean,
you both ended up
it's-
checking like most of the items along your way.
Honestly, part of the reason was like, hey, maybe I'll find a sword. Just because I was stuck on like for a while, like I was like, oh, if I push this now, I'm at like 6, 7 heart, green mail, master sword, silver list. Like, oh boy, oh fun.
Yeah, and that's reasonable because there's plenty of things you could have found. You could have found a sword or a dupable bow or Quake or something to make things a lot faster, but none of that
Yeah.
turned up for either of you, and it was just checking everything for no benefit.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy at least I checked Skull Woods because at that point I was like, all right, I'm like, I think I have a path to go mode. Before I even got hook pushing, I had a path to it, but then I'm like, I'll just check Skull Woods for something real quick. I know here's Moon Pearl, here's hook. Okay, this makes things so much easier.
There was actually a glove on the bumper ledge, and I guess that would have helped slightly with Cold Stare. Just made it a little faster to get in.
Yeah, it would have been a little faster, not by a ton. Actually, you know, that would have helped me in my Dark World trip instead of having to super jump every time.
Oh
to get
yeah,
down the
that's
bottom
true.
of Dark World.
And real quickly, don't mean to interrupt, but with a time of 1:15:34, prieR has finished his seed as well. Get your GGs in chat. Yeah, so at least when it comes to items, or at least with like the stuff you guys kind of care about with like swords, you guys have actually found the same swords, so you both were on Master Sword.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, no bow, don't know where that is, so don't know how advantageous was for you with trying to think, because I know the difference was like you had the flute and no glove.
Yeah, I got. Where was flute? I got that in Thieves. Yeah, I got that in Thieves from the. I think right, or
Your flute?
I
No,
don't remember.
Agatower.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, first check. Yeah, because I was like,
you
okay.
did the first check, and then it was like, all right, cool. And then you bolted.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought I got it in the Thieves because I kind of lumped Agatower, Castle, and Thieves kind of in one
Yeah, you did.
location. Because I was like, I need a cave state big key at this point. I just need to do Castle, and why not dive into Castle Tower while I'm there?
And here, joining us, just finished. prieR, GG to you, sir.
GG's.
Oh, GG's.
So, what are your initial thoughts of the seed?
I don't really know because I think I played correctly, but I was searching for something to push. Could have been so much faster.
Yeah, I mean, I was like hitting checks along the way, trying to find something to speed it up because, like, yeah, it's like I was in go mode fairly quickly. Technically, it was just a very bad go mode, so it was just hitting. I was hitting up some checks, but I mean, at some point, I was starting to skip most of them anyway. At least
Yeah,
anything that wasn't literally on my way.
You had go mode earlier, but it was like not with the hook pushing, and then prieR found the pearl and the hook first, so he had probably the easier go mode. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I think it's human. When you know there are 2 ice rods and 2 bows, and that can speed up things. Searching for one of those items. I still opened chests and didn't got any of them, but that's rando.
Yeah, there was a lot of things you could have found, including like a sword or Quake or something, and neither of you found anything good after Skull Woods, I don't think.
Yeah, everything else is junk afterwards.
Yeah.
Granted, I didn't check a ton. Like, I hit checks along the way in Swamp, which was all literally nothing. Literally 20 rupees in every single chest along the way. It was great.
Swamp was empty. Ice was empty.
Yeah. I mean, like, at least most of those checks are literally on your way, so it's not a big deal to hit them.
Yeah, should be aware that you guys, for your fire rod, you only found the one fire rod on Zora. You guys didn't happen to find the other one or any ice rods or anything like that either.
Yeah, honestly, purely for the Ganon fight, kind of glad I went to Zora and to Eastern, literally just for the Ganon fight. Because I think not having Cape or Fire Rod would have made that fight so much worse than it was.
Mm-hmm. But so yeah, so with that, so now that means Bread-kun is now 1 up here in their best of 3. They will, so just real quickly, I'll plug it now since we're talking about it. They're going to do it again tomorrow at 2 p.m. EDT at channel TBD, but that'll be game 2 for that. And if needed, they'll do game 3 immediately after. They are willing to pull a doubleheader if need be.
Yes.
But
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
That's huge.
yep. So just in case we don't have to worry about anything, they'll just go right back at it and beat the crap out of each other once more. So
Yeah.
see, there you go. But yeah, no, it was a fairly relative, at least with respect to collection rate and even with time, bit of a jet seed-ish, as I think you guys were. We kind of postulated, Doomtap and I, about maybe 35-ish minutes in. You guys were pretty much in go mode. And then the rest of it was just completing dungeons. And as you already said, you guys probably were looking for convenience items of sorts. So there were a lot more checks than expected.
Yeah, this is the only dungeon that was remotely a thing to do was Meyer, and even then, you have hook pushing, so it's not even that bad to deal with Meyer at that point.
Okay. Well, I don't really have much in the way of questions because, admittedly, Doomtap had asked most of them. But Doom, do you have any other follow-up questions or anything like that?
No.
Very well. So,
Oh, thank you for commentating and tracking everything. Thank you very much.
yeah, of course. We need to give a big shout out to Skelly. We do appreciate his help. Let's see if this works. Let's get all this stuff up here. So you guys haven't done so. Hopefully you have already, but thank you, Doomtap. Appreciate that. So yeah, so up next, actually, on this channel, it's the... Sorry, I have to be careful how I say this. This is the 4th round of the upper bracket, because I can't say the other word I can say, between Krithel and Malmo. So that'll be fun. Go more. All right, fine. We'll go more. So, fine. Oh, I am being live fed real-time information. Item collection rate 133. Really? I swear I thought it was lower. Okay.
Oh, I did a lot of things.
Yeah, you
Trying to find a nice rod or bow.
I mean, that's fair. It looked like both of y'all were trying to, though. But okay. All right. So since I'm asked to fill up, oh yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess Bread did commit to the go mode a lot sooner than prieR did. But I guess so. I'm just curious. Actually, I am curious though, legitimately. So, do you guys just only do rando, or have you thought of trying any of the other fanciful categories that Z3 has to offer?
I'm playing NMG casually. I would say.
Ooh, NMG. I am
128. That's not that good, but trying.
It's all right. At least you're not doing delete Ganon.
I mean, it's probably something I should pick up at some point because I didn't play rando for like 5 or 6 months, but I'm still kind of getting back into the swing of things a little bit.
Okay. No, of course.
Yeah, the tournaments always bring people out of the woods to come back. They come in licking their lips like zombies, and they're red. Though.
I can't help it. No, watching is just so fun. I love being able to just do really dumb things all the time. I enjoy the puzzle of how can I get to this location with these very minimal items. It's fun.
I see we have Foxlisk in chat promoting. Of course, they do have the NMG League that is almost starting up at some point. I don't know. Doom, do you know when that is?
No.
Okay, very good. That's the information that I wish to expect from you, sir. Okay. How long have you? I guess I'll start with you, Brad. How long have you been doing? I mean, I know you just said you were like on a 5-6 month sabbatical. Well, how long have you done this?
I think I was in the 2022 mentor tournament is when I started playing Link to the Past in general.
Oh, okay. Who's your mentor?
I think I mostly was mentored by Gamachu.
Okay.
I know during the mentor tournament is when I'm like, hey, I'm going to join the No Logic tournament while I'm in the mentor tournament, because why not? That's funny.
As one does. And then, prieR, what about you? When did you start this nonsense?
2017. I was top 16, I guess, in the main tournament. 2000. I play No Logic. That was 2 years ago. I tried to learn that. I never went by through overworld glitches and HMG. I was going straight for No Logic, and sometimes I regret because I'm lacking some skills. The overworld, so.
No Logic is, I mean, it's a bit tough. It's also, I mean, it's a little tough. There's a lot going on at once, and honestly, it feels like a lot of information is very spread out because a lot of people have their own random niche tech to get around. You know, you watch Buy a Race, and you'll see completely different. You'll just see quadrant glitches galore.
Yeah,
that
you're right.
other people aren't going to be doing.
That's not really the same game as in Glitchless. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, I know. All right, so you guys have definitely been doing this for a little while, and I know DoomTap here, fairly, I think, newer to this particular thing, even though he's done his share of AD and EG shenanigans. Is that right, or am I wrong with that?
That's right, I guess.
Okay.
We don't talk about that.
Okay, again, I'm not told any of this beforehand, so now I'm crossing danger. I'll be getting angry emails later, I'm sure. Fox Lisk wants to remind everybody that apparently we are currently, with respect to the NMG League, for anyone who is interested, they are currently in the qualifying portions. Races will start in about a week, so hopefully, if you are interested, this is only Bread. This is only for you. So everyone else, cover your ears.
Okay.
So Bread, if you're interested, make sure you get an NMG time posted to the internets for Fox Lisk to watch and judge harshly, and then we'll put you in the appropriate spot, probably against Spleeby. But we're not sure about that yet.
I can't wait to try NMG without hardly learning the route, and then just kind of figuring out as I go along. That's the.
No, what's nice
Way to
about
do it.
that is we've got so many tutorials for that. It'll be great. Spleeby's not joining. I have willed him out of the ethos just to drop that. Fine. You will not be going against Spleeby. It'll probably be DoomTap. Anyway. What happened? All right. So okay. Very good. What time is it? 12:28. All right. I guess I'm still asked to filibuster for a couple more minutes. But so Doom, you got anything? I will defer to you.
No, I don't have anything. I'm waiting to leave.
I mean, you can leave now, and I can just go ahead and.
I don't think we need to keep the channel going.
I'm following orders.
Oh.
I'm not doing this. I'm not sitting here. What's your favorite? I'm not asking about what their favorite pizza is. All right, just because. But anyway, so I guess I will ask this though. So for your race tomorrow, I'm generally curious. Do you guys do anything different with respect to routing or anything like that after a first match? Like, are you going to go back and watch through it and then try to do something different later on? Or is it just, there's a script in my head, I'm going to go to these 6 places first, and then whenever I get the moon pearl, then I'll freak out and change? But you guys kind of follow the same routes in your heads?
I mean, honestly, for no logic, it kind of depends when I have a general starting route I do, and when do I find my first glitching item is when it kind of changes, because there's a lot of very easy to access things in Light World that most things in Dark World and other places are a bit harder to get to without glitching items. And it's much easier just starting a bunch of, hit a bunch of density in Light World, hope you get Samaria or Bottle or whatever, and then that lets you change things. I don't know. Sometimes it's just vibe dependent. Sometimes I have to do something completely different for no reason other than I just kind of feel like it. That's about it.
Okay.
Like why did I map wrap to Eastern at the start? I don't know. I don't see people doing it, so I felt like doing it. That's really about the only explanation.
I see. Okay. And then prior,
I can't go to desert. I'll just go to Eastern. I don't have a glitch item for desert. I'll just go to Eastern and then hit Saha's Closet afterwards from CAC. Why not?
Okay. And then prior, what about you? Same thing, or?
I think Rando, the skill to adapt to what you're getting. So I will not change my way to see Rando. I will play the same way for the second match. I think it's more important to. Sometimes it can pay off to meta game during your opponent behavior and choices, usual choices, but I think it's way more important to respect the game and try to play correctly.
Trying to play correctly in a no logic game.
I
don't know why I find that statement funny, but it brings me joy.
You're right, that's big words, but in no logic. But you see, considering what you're getting, there are always some better options than others, so I guess you have to adapt anyway.
Okay, very good. All right, well, I thank you guys for sticking around for this little bit of extraness. I think this will be the end, because for the next group of commentators is going to be, well, myself and Chex Human. We have brought him back from the dead, so he'll be joining me for that with Doomtap on the clicking of the buttons. And so I think that'll be it. So on behalf of our runners, as I mentioned earlier, please make sure to give them a follow if you haven't done so yet as well. Here, I'll do it one more time. So there are the runner. Thank you. Oh, Doomtap's got it. So for the runners and the commentators as well, which I'll do it before unless he wants to hit !C again, follow them twice, unfollow them, refollow, make alt accounts. And again, thank you, Skelly, for tracking as well. I am Misanthropic Buddha, and I will see you all in the next one.